Ooh, this one's a hot topic. That joke was a lot funnier when I wrote it down. So global warming, or climate change as it's more commonly referred to these days, is a highly contended topic. People on both sides have very strong opinions about it, whether they believe in it or not. And because of all of the information coming from both sides, including some misinformation, it can be really hard to form an opinion. Well, in this Facts in 5, I'm going to explain to you everything that you need to know about global warming in 5 minutes or less so that you can form your own educated opinion. Some people support it with solid science, while others say it's just a sham. Can't figure out what side you're on? Well, maybe this will help. This is Facts in 5, all about global warming. So what is global warming? Global warming refers to the gradual increase that many believe is occurring to the average temperature in our atmosphere and oceans. That is, in addition to the overall alteration of the Earth's climate. Now, this change can be attributed to the increased levels of carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, as well as other pollutants that are finding their way into our atmosphere. Many people feel that climate change is the single greatest humanitarian crisis of our time. This is mostly due to the different threats that it creates, such as to our health, national security, and our communities. And you've even seen it in politics. Nations have begun taking this crisis very seriously and are now taking steps to combat it by reducing pollution and increasing awareness. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. Unless, of course, you don't believe in it, in which case you're like, who's this Mr. Clean looking douche flapping his gums? So who benefits or suffers from global warming? While it's easy to see the negative effects of climate change, believe it or not, there are plenty of individuals who are actually benefiting from it. Global warming is said to be the future cause of issues such as spreading of disease, wars, and potentially the biggest economic disruption since World War II. But believe it or not, this could actually create a profit for certain groups. Think about it. If there's less land to own, then the available land's worth greatly increases. The economy would be hugely altered, resources would become more expensive to acquire, and those with an abundance of those resources are really going to profit. So when you're gathering information from certain sources on this topic, think, what do they have to benefit from this? Where are the effects of global warming apparent? You can perceive the effects of global warming in virtually any country and climate that you could visit on this planet. After all, it's said to be responsible for the storms and tsunamis that destroy cities and coastlines, the fires that ravage forests and plains, and the rising seas that are slowly placing more and more land underwater. Not to mention the droughts that continue to increase world hunger. But it's important to realize that it's not just the extreme events that reveal how much global warming is affecting us. It's both the cause of the searing heat in the summer and the unbearably cold weather temperatures in the winter. In fact, according to experts, the probability that all of these changes could simply happen by chance is virtually zero. When will global warming be addressed? Never, we're all doomed. No, I'm just kidding. You're actually seeing it being addressed right now, especially in politics, but it goes much farther back than that. Temperature records that have been started as far back as 1880 show that the 20 warmest years that the Earth has ever seen have occurred since 1981, and more than that, with 10 of them occurring in the last 12 years. In 2004, experts at the Pentagon filed a report that said that climate change could potentially wipe out the Earth's population by 2024. That's around the corner. 11 years later, on August 3rd, 2015, US President Barack Obama revealed the Clean Power Plan that, for the first time in American history, sets national limits on carbon pollution from power plants. Why is this so important? Well, because US power plants produce the most carbon pollution by far, and reducing it means the reduction or at least slowing of global warming. AKA, you have a better chance of staying alive and not becoming a human boiled lobster. Why does global warming happen? Over the last century, fossil fuels such as oil and coal have been burned all over the globe, increasing the concentration of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. This, alongside other gases including water vapor, methane, and nitrous oxide, act as a thermal blanket for our planet. Then, the sun's rays pass through the atmosphere and warm the Earth. However, that heat is then radiated back into space, except that some of it gets absorbed by those gases gases and slowly increases the Earth's overall temperature. In addition to fossil fuels, other potential causes of global warming are deforestation, vast uses of pesticides, increases in garbage produced within landfills, and of course, overpopulation, just to name a few. At the end of the day, this is a very real crisis that experts say should not be a debate anymore. But all I can give you is some of the facts. I highly encourage you guys to do research on your own and form your own educated opinion. Which, believe me guys, is super important considering there are some politicians who are actually climate change deniers. Very scary. That being said, I wanted to remind you guys that you can now watch all of my videos on Watchable.com. Or if you're on the go, which pretty much everybody is nowadays, download the Watchable mobile app so you can watch everything as you go. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please click that like button and be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you can catch my next video. I love you guys, thank you for watching, and let's save the planet because I don't want to die. Alright guys, I'll see you next video. Peace.